Hello, my dear friends. Hope you're fine, doing well. When December arrives, something gentle begins to shift in the air. The morning becomes quieter, the evening feels softer, and the wood begins to glow with warm little lights. People call it Christmas season, but truly it is a season of togetherness, of memories, of heart gathering called closer. In a small snowy town, there lived a girl named Anaya. Her home was simple and cozy, with wooden floors, warm rugs, and fireplace that crackle like whisper of old stories. And I love Christmas more than any other times of year. Not for the gifts, not for the foods, but because Christmas meant creating things with her own hand. One cold morning, I climbed up to the attic. The dust danced in the sunbeams as she pulled out a large old wooden trunk. Inside it were ribbons, pine cones, all ornaments, dried oranges, just dewdrop, and memories from many Christmas before. The trunk was not just filled with craft material, it was filled with her mother tradition. Her mother has passed away a year ago, but she had taught Anaya something precious. Christmas decorations are not made to look perfect, they are made to hold love. So that day, Anaya decided she would decorate her home just like her mother used to. She gathers pine cones from the backyard, brushes them gently to remove the frost, add a simple ribbon and loop of jute. She hugged the first one of the tree. It was not fancy, it was not shiny, but it felt alive because she made it. Across the street lived a boy named Leo. He was quiet, often sitting alone by the window watching the world. Her family had just moved to the town and they did not have many things with them, no decoration, no tree, no twinkling lights. But Anaya noticed that Leo kept looking at her ornaments with a soft longing, so she smiled to herself and continued crafting. Anaya sliced fresh oranges into the circle. She placed them on a baking sheet and dried them slowly so they turned golden like little sun. She stunning them with twin and teeny cinnamon sticks. The house filled with a warm, sweet scent, the scent of love, memory, and home. She hung the garland above the fireplace, and the glow of the fire shined through the orange slice like stained glass. That evening, as the sun, as the snow fell softly, there came a gentle knock on the door. It was Leo. It held something wrapping in a small cloth. He shall said, "I saw you making decoration. I wanted to give you this." He opened the cloth. Inside was a small wooden star carved by hand, uneven edges, slightly crooked but full of effort. And I heard warmth instantly. "Thank you," she said. "Would you like to help me decorate?" His eyes sparkled. Together they sat on the floor. They folded paper, carefully cutting shapes, opening them slowly, revealing delicate snowflakes that were each completely different. Leo laughed, the kind of laugh that only children have, full of joy that come from being accepted. They hung the snowflakes on the window. The wind outside blew softly, making them sway like winter magic. Leo then looked down and whispered, "My mom worked a lot. We did not have decoration this year. And I smiled softly, then let's fix that. She packed a basket, a small branches, pine tree, pinecone ornaments, the dried oranges garland, paper snowflakes, and the wooden stall you bought. Together, they walked to his home. The house was quiet and